Hey everybody, welcome to another Con Support video. This one's on adding negative numbers. So basically the rule when you're adding positives and negatives is if the sign's the same, you're going to add the two values and keep the sign the same. And if the sign's different, you would find the difference and decide who's going to win and then keep the sign of the larger absolute value. Right? In this case, it's basically adding negative numbers, so most of the time it looks like it's going to stay negative, but let's see what happens. So let's go. It says -4 plus -2. So what I like to do is draw a little scoreboard for myself to think about this. And I have a -4, that's 4 on the negative side, and I'm adding to that a -2. The sign's the same, so you're just going to add it up. So what is the total there? -6. So the answer there should be -6, put -6 in, and you're good to go. Okay? For this one, it's -2 plus 2. Okay, so in this case, we're adding two values, one of which is positive, one of which is negative. This is where you've got to do a little scoreboard in your mind or on paper and ask yourself, what's the total negative? 2. What's the total positive? 2. Compare the two. All right. Is negative going to win or positive going to win? In this case, neither one's going to win. It's a tie, right? So this is a sum of 0. Any number plus its opposite always has a value of 0. That's called the additive inverse property. All right. For this one, you've got -2 plus -9. Once again, scoreboard it. You've got two negative values that are being added. So that's -2 plus -9. Both are on the negative side. So what's the total negative? -11. So that's going to be -11. For this one, you've got 3 plus -1. So the signs are different. You're going to find the difference. You've got a scoreboard here. You've got 3 on the positive side. You've got -1. So 1 on the negative side. Who's going to win? Positive. By how much? Take away the losing side. Okay? So whenever you have a situation where there's different signs, when you're adding, you're just going to say, all right, which one's going to win and by how much? So the positive is going to win by how much? 2. Right? So the side that wins, you take away the losing side irrespective of which side wins. Okay? So the answer here is +2. This one's -4 plus -4. It's going to get more negative. If we did a little scoreboard for it, you'd have 4 on the negative side and then 4 more on the negative side. Both of these things that are being added together are negatives. So add them together, what do you get? -8. And so the answer is -8. Okay, you've got -4 plus +8. They're going different directions. What's the difference? So it looks like 8's going to win by how much? 4. On a scoreboard, this is what it would look like. You'd have 4 on the negative side. You'd have 8 on the positive side. Who's going to win? Positive. And then take away the losing side to find out how much they won by. And you can see the answer is +4. And then this one, -2 plus -7, it's going to be more negative. You're going to add them up. If the sign's the same, you're going to find the sum. You're going to add them together and keep the sign. So this is going to be -9. If you did a scoreboard to be consistent for this, what you'd see is that you have 2 on the negative side and then 7 also on the negative side. How much negatives do you have? You have a total of 9 on the negative side. And oh, my bad. I typed in 9 instead of -9. My bad. 9 on the negative side means -9. So there you go. Even I can make silly mistakes. Hope that helps. So stop the video, and then we're good to go.